Welcome to the Battle Zone. It's Animated Wrestling League, strong and free, coming to you from the GTA, and at the season finale, we are going to have a clear-the-board match. 5 women, 4 falls, 1 championship.
The following contest is scheduled for 1 fall. Introducing first, making her way to the ring from the GTA, the daughter of the dragon, Dragoness.
Dragoness here, living up to her family's legacy, and once again, the arena illuminated by the dragon fire, as it was in days gone by. One of 4 challengers to the AWL Joshi Championship, the champion Athena Jane being punished for breaking the rules of the brand extension. She must defend her title against 4 wrestlers simultaneously, the entire AWL Best 4 of the Joshi Singles Division. Dragoness, incidentally, the number 2 contender, and her opponent right here, right now, the number 3 contender in that illustrious quartet.
And her opponent, making her way to the ring from Veracruz, Mexico, the Knockout Queen, Lupe, Peligro.
Taking a look at the win-loss records here, Dragoness a lot more experience, 46 wins, 22 losses, ratio of plus 24. Lupe Peligro, 13-6 in her AWL career, plus 7. This will be 1 fall to a finish. We'll have a mirror of this match on AWL Hontai. Usa-chan to face Akira Merine on Monday. Collar and elbow. No, I thought we were going to get a collar and elbow tie-up to start this, but Dragon is going straight into an armbar, and now trying to wrench the arm of her opponent. And that's actually pretty darn smart. Don't do what they expect you to do. This is a warm-up match for our season finale with, again, the Joshi Championship will be determined in a 5-way elimination match. 4 falls to a finish. The referee, Louis Baba Ganoush of the famous Baba Ganoush wrestling family, having to get in between these 2 Joshi competitors. Tonight in the main event, The Rock defends the AWL Canadian National Championship for the final time, 5th and final title defense against X. We have no idea who that's going to be. There's been extra security backstage all night. I have no idea who this is going to be. The Tiger Brothers must retain their number 1 contender status if they wish to face the AWL Tag Team Champions, World's Tag Team Champions, Tiger Mask W at the season finale. They must defend their number 1 contender status against the New Classics. That's going to happen tonight as well. We also have back-to-back singles matches between the Joshi Tag Team Champions and the Campeonatos de Parejas. As Dragoness going up to the top rope, ill intentions, I believe. Lupe Peligro in enormous trouble here. We're thinking, yep, looking at superplex. Boom! Superplex halfway across that 20 by 20 foot ring. Someone use the Pythagorean theorem and tell me how far that was. 8 minutes and change remaining in this 10-minute singles non-title match. Previewing our AWL season finale. And, oh, Heidi Kanrana. Great angle on that. Good job on our camera bots. Kick away by the Dragoness, daughter of the original AWL champion. Now head trainer at the AWL dojo, the original Dragon. His daughter doing him proud. Looking to become, once again, the AWL Joshi champion. Right hand by the... not even a challenger. Oh, look at this! Up and... oh! Face first! Face first into the turnbuckle. There's some padding there, but there's a steel ring right behind that padding, and with that kind of force, Dragoness went forehead first into that steel ring, that steel turnbuckle. Ugh. That's Concussion City, I would say. Double leg takedown, almost a desperation maneuver by Dragoness at this point in the match. Right hand, and going for Dragon Drop number 3, one of the many moves bequeathed to her by her father. Dragon Drops 1, 2, and 3. She, of course, has the Dragoness Drop, and I think, yes, she's going for it right now. Her own addition to the Dragon style. The Dragoness Drop for the 1, 2, 3, and a pin and the win. If Dragoness can do that 4 times, she'll be the Joshi champion at the season finale. Let's take a look at that one more time. Pump handle, sit-out facebuster, the Dragoness drop.
Here's your winner, Dragoness.
Dragoness with a huge victory. She will meet Lupe Peligro one more time in the AWL season finale, the Clear the Board match. But right now, we've got the top 2 tag teams in the Joshi division, and they're going to face off in a series of singles matches, 2 matches back-to-back. Let's see what happens. And we're starting off with the final tag team champions of Chikara, the final holders of Los Campeonatos de Parejas.
The following contests are scheduled for one fall apiece.
You heard the plural.
Introducing first, the combination of Willow Nightingale and Solo Darling. The final Chikara Campeonas de Parejas. The Bird and the Bee.
Solo Darling, Willow Nightingale here. On an incredible schedule. She's been wrestling in AEW. She's been wrestling all over the world. We're happy to have her representing the legacy of Chikara in the Animated Wrestling League. And they're facing off against the tag team champions of the world. Overly theatrical, as these spiritual creatures tend to be. The cat daughter, Nekomusume, the lethal lycanthrope wild thing. But they are the tag team champions.
And their opponents, Nekomusume and Wild Thing. Together they are the reigning AWL Joshi Tag Team Champions, Monster Union.
And Nekomusume howling it out to the world. Viva Monster Union! Monster Union, the 10th AWL Joshi Tag Team Champions. 1 title defense under their belt. Won the titles at Strong and Free Episode 10 as part of Champions Week this season. Looking at the win-loss records, Nekomusume 25 and 22, Wild Thing 20 and 22. Fairly middle of the pack, all things considered. But Willow Nightingale 2 and 2 in the AWL, Solo Darling 4 and 6. So nobody has a particularly good win-loss record here. The best being Nekomusume at a ratio of +3. Willow Nightingale at 0, Solo Darling and Wild Thing both at -2. But the belts are where the belts are. Viva Monster Union. Of course, we also see the Manipulator, the witch that brought together these spirits and yokai to create the Monster Union. At ringside, as you would expect. Now, this is going to be singles matches. We're starting off with Nekomusume and Solo Darling, the smaller, more technically inclined members of each team, starting us off here. 10 minutes on the clock. Of course, the partners at ringside. At the conclusion of this contest, win, lose, or time limit draw, we will have a quick switch out, and we will get both of the other members of the tag teams in the ring. So this is a chance for these 2 top contenders to sort of feel each other out a little bit. Suplex attempt. Solo Darling escapes out the back. Couple of right hands. Irish whip up. Nope, reversal. And oh, big spear. Huge spear, as a matter of fact. And, ooh! Tying her opponent up in knots. That's the training of the Wrestle Factory, ladies and gentlemen. Defunct, though I believe it still is. 9 minutes on the clock. Plenty of time here. Solo Darling trying to ground Nekomusume with that, straitjacket hold. But Nekomusume able to slip out of it. Great body agency, great control, great flexibility from the cat daughter, Nekomusume. And up. Oh, backflip escape by Solo Darling into a DDT. With some swing and some oomph on that as the Manipulator slides a steel chair into the ring. Of course, use of that would constitute a disqualification under AWL rules. This ain't ECW, folks. And going on the white strand, up, and boom, tornado suplex. And now wait a minute, cover here, but the referee distracted as the manipulator getting involved on the outside, trying to remove the turnbuckle pad. Referee missed the fall, cat scratch fever by Neko Musume, but the chair removed from the ring. That is, I believe, Argi Baba Ganoush of the famous Baba Ganoush wrestling family. And perfect landing, the cat landing with her feet on your face. Neko Musume with the cover here. 1, 2, kick out with 7 minutes and 40 seconds on the clock. Plenty to play for. I'm being told that the challenger for the Canadian National Championship is in the back, has under strict security. The champion, The Rock, issued an open challenge, any brand, any company, to come in and try to take the Canadian National Championship in this final defense. I have been told, am I allowed to reveal this? I am? Okay, good. I have been told it is not an AWL contracted wrestler. So an outsider here with the opportunity to become Canadian National Champion later tonight as the referee begins the 20 count. On the outside, manipulator watching on. These creatures and monsters and beasts that somehow she controls. As Solo Darling goes back first into the ring apron, into the hardest part of the ring, cliche, cliche, cliche. As she's returned rather forcefully by the cat daughter. Nakamusume should just go for a cover here, but no, decides to do a little bit of extra damage. And that does make some sense. Take away the arm, you take away the sharp stinger. Solo Darling's extremely dangerous signature submission move, her variation on the sharpshooter. Neko Musume now going to be looking, I think, for catatonic. And just a furious flurry of offense here by the cat daughter. I remember this is only the first half of this contest. Into the cover, a pretty easy victory. No, never mind. Monster Union still in the fight here. And now she's going for something. I think she's got to be going for catatonic. Yes, she is. Picks her up, gonna twist her around. No! Reversal, inverted DDT by Solo Darling. 2 championship level teams there, and yet trying to build up the sharp stinger. Can she get it? Yes, she's got it based. And there's the sting right in the back. The knee right to the spine. There's the sting of the sharp stinger. And
here is your winner, Solo Darling.
Neko Musume with no choice but to tap out. We now go to our second match. Change it up. It's Willow Nightingale and Wild Thing, and I would not expect a technical match from either of these two, quite frankly. Kick to the midsection and a slap right across the face, just paintbrushing the muzzle of Wild Thing. Willow Nightingale showing absolutely no fear or intimidation, as you would expect from a former WoW superhero. No, I am not making that up. Irish whip into the far corner here. Oh, spear! Nearly vivisecting Willow Nightingale into that corner. But Willow Nightingale comes right back with a drop kick. Already the champions have faced, the AWL champions, I should say, have faced one rather embarrassing loss tonight. But we will see what happens. Coming up next, we've got our tag team #1 contenders match. The Tiger Brothers have been accused of dilly-dallying, essentially, of malingering. Into the cover here, nope. And so the #2 contenders have said, no, we want a chance to prove ourselves. We want to take a title shot here before the end of the season, and the best 4, the top rankings of the tag team division, get reset. And of course, main event, The Rock to make his 5th and final defense of the Canadian National Championship. And a pump handle, pump handle backbreaker. Pump handle moves getting a bit of a resurgence in the Animated Wrestling League over the last year or so. Willow Nightingale not able to put the lycanthrope down. The werewolf from Transylvania brought here by the manipulator. I don't know how she manages the immigration paperwork on that between Transylvania, Canada, and Japan, because of course the Joshi Tag Team Championship It allows its owners, its holders, to travel anywhere in the Animated Wrestling League. Strong and free, Hontai, it doesn't matter. Going up to the top, no, going up to the middle rope, the white strand, big splash! Willow Nightingale realizing she cannot win the match just with that splash. She's going to have to come up with something big. The bird and the bee looking to fly around, trying to peck away at her opponent. And, oh no. This is bad. It's awesome, but it's bad. Oh! Nearly wiping out the manipulator as well. Superplex all the way down to the floor. Willow Nightingale proving herself a powerhouse in the AWL Joshi division, and the crowd here in the Greater Toronto area absolutely bang on point. This is, in fact, awesome. And if you think it's awesome, give us a like, give us a subscribe, do all that YouTube crap. Manipulator trying not to get involved here, doesn't want to get her girl disqualified. Both competitors back in the 20 by 20 foot ring where they belong. Oh! Backbreak, neckbreak combination by Willow Nightingale. With 6.5 minutes on the clock into the cover. Solo Darling already picking up 1 win for the bird and the bee. Referee says a 2 count. I believe that was a correct call. Though very close for Willow Nightingale over the slightly taller and far more experienced. Oh, wait a minute. 1, 2, 3. Willow Nightingale knows she just got shafted. Willow Nightingale knows she just won the match with that perfect plex. And now I think she might be demoralized here, but she's going to go for something else. Waiting for Wild Thing to get into the perfect position. She's going to go... I think she's looking for a Death Valley Driver. Death Valley Driver by Willow Nightingale for the 1, 2, 3. And that's 2-0 for the bird and the bee. Chikara defeats the AWL.
Here's your winner, Willow Nightingale. Your winners, 2 falls to 0. The bird and the bee.
While it has not been made official, you've got to think with a win like this, a pair of wins like this, bird and the bee, Joshi Tag Team title shot, it's going to happen. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the unfortunate results of a dilly-dally.
The following tag team contest is scheduled for 1 fall and the rank is on the line. Introducing first, representing the unified School of the Tiger style, Shin Tiger Jr., Black Tiger Justice, the #1 contenders in the AWL Best 4, the Tiger Brothers.
And the World Tag Team Champions in the corner of their students, the Tiger Brothers, as the Tiger Brothers try to retain their #1 contender status.
And their opponents, the #2 contenders in the AWL Best 4, the Suplex Masters, Sammy Nix, the reigning British Openweight Champion, Lee Masters. Together they are the New Classics.
Last week, the New Classics made the, I think, the legitimate argument that the Young Tigers have been taking too long to take their title opportunity, I think trying to wait until the finale, but these two are on the Best 4. These two are in title contention, and they want to take their shot. But if you want to be the #1 contenders, you got to beat the #1 contenders, and we're starting off with the MMA-trained technical wizard, Lee Masters, a Season 0 original, versus Shin Tiger Jr., the newest member of the dynasty of the Golden Tiger in professional wrestling. Taking a look at some of the win-loss records involved in this match. Lee Masters, 81 wins, 72 losses in his impressive AWL career. He also, of course, is the British Openweight Champion, so a pinfall victory over him in a tag team match. That's a title shot for you. I'm going to a camel clutch right now as Sheen Tiger Jr., who's currently 35 and 24, ratio of +11 in the AWL. And for both of these men, most of that coming in tag team action. Code Red by the young Tiger. Looking for an opening here. Irish whip into the corner. The tag is made. In comes Black Tiger Justice, 41 and 25. He is the number 2 contender in the AWL Best 4 for the Grand Championship. That ranking does not reset at season's end. Right now he is focused on the tag team title, but a big future in the off for Black Tiger Justice, the man looking to bring honor and nobility to the name of the Black Tiger, a tradition known in professional wrestling for villainy, deception, and foreignness. And oh, nasty knee strikes right to the head, right to the mask. The mask will provide little to no protection. Those masks are fabric, they're not foam, they're not plastic. You're basically hitting someone in the face with, you know, a slight level of sanitation. And the tag was made. In comes the suplex master, Sammy Nix, currently sitting on an 88-73 record, ratio of +15. Some of the top wrestlers in the entire Animated Wrestling League in this match right now. In fact, all 4 of them, if the AWL New Year's tournament were held today, all 4 of these men would be in that tournament. Irish whip across the hypotenuse, and this is what's going to come down to, a phantom tag. Use the force, young Tiger. Okay, yeah, so that's a bit of a botch. Over the top rope, catch. Black Tiger Justice being brought back in the hard way. Belly-to-belly overhead release suplex. Outside in by the suplex master. And a back break into a butterfly suplex. When we call him the suplex master, when we say he is a specialist, we say that he has mastered every form of the suplex, we bloody mean it. Oh, lariato! Over the top rope, down to the floor. And notice the Elder Tigers not doing anything. They are not going to get involved here. The Cubs have to win or lose on their own merits. Of course, we are all looking forward to the rematch of Tiger Mask 2, Tiger the Dark versus Sheen Tiger Jr. and Black Tiger Justice for the AWL Tag Team Championship of the World. That happened at the season finale last season. It could happen one more time. And this time the outcome might be again, belly-to-belly overhead release. The strength and the power of Sammy Nix. I've said for years, the pound for pound the strongest wrestler in the AWL. Inverted side drop brainbuster. Twisting it up a little bit. Diving tag, and in comes Sheen Tiger Jr. The running, almost sloppy kick. Oh, no. Is he going to try a Okay, is he going to try a tiger feint kick on the... No, he's not. That would be the ultimate disrespect from Sammy Nix to a member of the unified School of the Tiger style. Irish whip, face first into the corner, and a couple of kicks, and a... That is nasty. Jiving tag, in comes Lee Masters. And a flurry of offense. You can hear these strikes echoing throughout the battle zone. 10 minutes and change remaining. Double leg takedown from the MMA expert. With some pro wrestling flourish.
5 minutes have elapsed. 10 remaining.
1, 2, and the number 1 contender kicks out of the cover by the number 2 contender. Lee Masters, he's looking for something, the British Openweight champion. He's got a plan. Going vertical suplex. I think he likes to transition this into the rear naked choke, and he gets it. Rear naked choke locked in. Almost a sleeper hold here. He's got the body scissors in deep. Sheen Tiger Jr. is going to have to find some way out of this. And no, he doesn't. He taps out. And that is it. The entire complexion of the AWL Tag Team Division has changed. Let's take a look at that ending one more time. The finish of this match. Perfect transition to the rear naked choke, one of the most powerful moves in all of mixed martial arts. There is almost no defense against it. In professional wrestling, you have to try to get to the ropes, but he was dead center in the middle of that 20 by 20 foot ring. nowhere to go.
Here are your winners, the New Classics.
And the Brooklyn accent of Sammy Nix. He's issuing the challenge directly to the Tigers, right to their faces. Okay, that's it. Okay, we're gonna have a title match. No way the AWL Commission doesn't sign off on this. It's gonna be the New Classics versus Tiger Mask Doboru for the AWL World Tag Team titles next week on Strong and Free. Main event time, 5th and final title match, but the question, who is X?
The following contest is your main event of the evening, scheduled for one fall, one submission or a knockout to decide the winner. And it is for the Animated Wrestling League Canadian National Championship.
But who's the challenger? Oh no. He's dead. The Rock is dead. He just hasn't hit the ground yet. That is the old music of Suzuki-gun. And I don't think it's going to be Dangerous Techers. I think it's going to be that man. I think it's going to be Murder Grandpa himself. Become the Wind, Kaze ni Nare. This is the king, Suzuki Minoru. Clear all crew from ringside for their own safety. Minoru Suzuki is going to challenge for the AWL Canadian National Championship, Suzuki-gun in the house. Suzuki Minoru has only had 2 matches in the AWL, and he is 1-0. I believe this is actually his first singles bout in this company. He's always been in trios matches. But an open challenge was laid out by the Canadian National Champion, who couldn't be more different from Suzuki Minoru in any way. The garish costume, the posturing, the imitations, but when you strip all that down, The Rock is one hell of a professional wrestler. The problem is, so is Suzuki, and Suzuki's got backup. Erupsi and Solar not here tonight. He's actually, he's out with a medical issue, that's all I'm allowed to say. But The Rock, a victory tonight, and he will challenge Project Tetsu for the Grand Championship at a time, place, and manner of his choosing, and be the first man in history to complete the Canadian National Championship Contenders title, 5th and final title defense. He will either be ready to cash that belt in for a shot at the Grand Championship, or he will lose it and he will not be able to defend it again. So one way or another, the final title defense of The Rock of that Canadian National title belt. Only had 2 Canadian National Champions since the belt was founded this very season here in the AWL. How appropriate would it be if that thing were to get cashed in at the season finale? But the champion has got to get through hell in order to make that happen. 4 title defenses, as you see from the side plates. But could he fall at the final hurdle? I think it's a good chance.
Introducing first the challenger, representing Shinyon Pro Wrestling and Suzuki-gun, the king of professional wrestling, Suzuki Minoru. And his opponent, he is the reigning and defending Animated Wrestling League Canadian National Champion, tonight making his final title defense, fighting out of the Tales of Sinbad, THE ROC, the
spelling.
This is an officially sanctioned Canadian National Championship match under the auspices of the Animated Wrestling League, AWL Commissioner presiding. At the sound of the bell, AWL official Marcus Papaganoush in charge. And God help his soul.
Yeah, you do not want to be a referee when Suzuki's in a match. Good God. And it's all for that Canadian national title. Suzuki has held belts all over the world. What is he checking? 30 minutes on the clock. It's a title match. And wait a minute. No! Oh, no, 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 no. He just slapped Suzuki in the face. He's going to get killed. And of course we have Dangerous Techers, the Holy Emperor Taichi, the Submission Master Zack Sabre Jr. at ringside in support of their boss. Their leader, oh, elbow drop right to the quadricep, and he is scared of Murder Grandpa. He is not taking any chances here. The Rock with the missing an opportunity with that electric chair, and that one shot as Suzuki rocks the Rock. Right to the knee. Notice lack of knee pads. That's against regulations here in the AWL, but you think Suzuki gives a damn? No. No, he does not. Of course, he doesn't actually technically work here, but he has had a couple of matches here as part of trios matches with the rest of Suzuki Gun. And, yeah, like I said, 1-1 at his first singles bout for the company. And I'm going to say we're very happy to have him because I'm terrified of what happens to me if I don't say that. I mean, I may be here at the socially distanced commentation station, but yeah, he could find me and kill me very easily. Irish whip into the front, into the corner, back elbow, and a spear by the challenger. And every shot by Suzuki is just hurting more and more. The Rock intelligently covering up here. Referee showing the referee that he is still able to defend himself, but each one of these blows could be a knockout shot coming from the King. Into the cover, one. We couldn't get the rights to the actual song, nor could we make the timing work for Kaze ni Nare, as much as I would love to see that. Spinebuster by the challenger. And some insulting words in British English by Zack Sabre Jr. Not realizing he's in Canada. They speak English here. They almost speak British English. Only a few minutes in, and already The Rock on the ropes, more than I've seen him in any of his title defenses so far. And the finale awaits. Now we already have a #1 up. So THE ROC with ROC BOTTOM. Rock bottom. Rock bottom, and the 1, 2. A bit of a delay by Zack Sabre Jr. delaying the start of the count there. And notice how the referee now positioning himself between Dangerous Techers and the action. Good work by this particular official. Into the sleeper hold. And we could have a new Canadian national champion right then and there. And Zack Sabre Jr. slips a chair into the ring. Suzuki pissed off right now. Irish whip into the corner, and oh! Sidesteps! That's how you throw someone into the ring, you little brat. Associated Business People of Japan. Oh, wait a minute. Suzuki with a chair? What is he doing? The referee's right there! What the hell? Why did he... Well, ladies and gentlemen, Suzuki has gotten himself disqualified. The champion's advantage in play. So the music of The Rock will play throughout the arena. Ladies and gentlemen, the referee has officially called this a disqualification.
Here's your winner as the result of a disqualification, and still Animated Wrestling League Canadian National Champion, The Rock.
I think it was that slap at the beginning that caused Suzuki to see red and lose his sense. Now we have an unusual situation here. Normally, the Canadian National Champion would go straight to the head of the line. However, we have already announced Project Tetsu versus Wyvern for this coming week at AWL Hontai. So that match has been signed. The contracts have been sealed. We are going to go for that. So The Rock will actually have the next available title shot against either Wyvern or Project Tetsu 3.0. And that's some sportsmanship here. The Rock giving Suzuki-san an opportunity. If he becomes the grand champion, Suzuki gets a free title shot. So saith The Rock. We thank you for watching. Please click subscribe, check out another video, give us a like, give us a comment. We'll see you next time. Thank you for watching. Grand Championship match on Monday. Korede Kimarida.